And it's gonna be no tofu. Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm Veggie Rolls. Welcome back to our channel. Whoop whoop. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It looks like this, and a little notification bell next to it, so you'll be notified every time a new video goes up, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And Saturdays are sweet Saturdays, where we have some sort of vegan sweet dessert or sweet treat of some sort. So don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a delicious vegan quiche. And you're like, how the heck do you make vegan quiche? Because quiche's main ingredient is eggs. But I'm going to show you, and it's going to be delicious. And it's going to have no tofu. So let's get veggie. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So in my bowl here, I have 2 cups of basin flour, or also called chickpea flour, and into our 2 cups of chickpea flour, we're going to go ahead and add some seasonings. I have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Baking powder is obviously not a seasoning, but we do want the baking powder so that it can become like a little fluffy the way the eggs would normally turn the quiche. And then I'm also going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to go ahead and mix this up. Next we're going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of water. And we're going to go ahead and mix this guy all up. And in with our liquids, I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. You could also use tamari if you like. And this is just something I just thought of. I'm just adding in about half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. And you don't have to, that's just optional for a little added spice. And we're going to go ahead and set this to the side. Alright guys, and next I'm going to be sauteing our veggies. I'm using about a tablespoon of coconut oil. And I'm just letting our heat up a little. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and toss in our onions. I'm also going to toss in some orange bell peppers. That was half of a orange bell pepper. I'll have the full recipe link down below so you guys can check it out there. And I like to add salt and pepper to like every layer. So I'm going to go ahead and do a sprinkling of salt. And of course, a cracking of pepper to our sauteed veggies. And we're just waiting for this to get a little bit translucent. It's going to cook a little more. It's going to cook more in the oven, so we don't have to worry too much. Next, I'm going to be adding about 2 cups of broccoli florets. And I just made sure I cut them like really, really close and small. This is about like 2 slightly overflowing cups of broccoli florets. Just gonna go ahead and mix that all around. Get all those flavors mixing and marrying together. So once your broccoli is a little tender, we're gonna go ahead and toss in our spinach. And I'm using, I would say, about 3 handfuls. And at this point I like to add about a tablespoon of water into the mix. Just to like help everything sort of like wilt and steam better. Alright, so that looks good. Alright guys, so next we're just going to go ahead and toss everything together. I'm going to go ahead and toss the veggies into our chickpea mix. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this in. And I would actually recommend you saute your veggies first before you make your mixture, because you're adding baking powder, and baking powder has like a certain amount of time before you actually start cooking it, before it like deactivates and whatnot. So I would actually recommend mixing the mix after you saute your veggies. So I just added in 1 small tomato. And I'm actually going to cook this right in my cast iron pan. I'm just adding a little grease to the bottom, a little coconut oil. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss our mixture in there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and place this into the oven. It's been preheated at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes or until everything becomes nice and golden and the edges look nice and like kind of browned. And this is totally optional, but you can go ahead and sprinkle on some nutritional yeast over top if you like. In we go. Alright guys, so I went ahead, took this out of the oven, and I'm just sprinkling on a little bit of green onions chopped up right over top, just to add a little extra interestingness. And I'm going to go ahead and cut into it so you can see how beautiful it is. See how beautiful it looks? And there you have it. Alright guys, you know what time it is. It's time for the taste test cam. Here it goes. Oh, it's falling, it's falling. Oop, lost a piece. Mmm. Oh my goodness, this stuff. Mmm. You guys, this stuff is awesome. It's so incredibly good. I used to make quiche like pretty much every weekend, like every Saturday or Sunday morning before going vegan. And this is like the perfect substitute. It's like, it's awesome. It's so good. And you can add anything you like into it. You could even do like some non-dairy cheese. You can add in some black salt. I'm not a huge fan of black salt. But you could do black salt if you wanted to taste a little more eggy. But this stuff is so incredibly good. And for those of you guys especially who don't like tofu too much, like myself, this is especially good. And honestly, this is more quiche-like than the tofu kind, because I've tried the tofu kind, and it's, I mean, I feel like this is more closer to the egg sort of consistency and sort of like, I don't know. It's just fluffy and delicious and amazing. So try it out. Let me know what you guys think. So that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up if you liked it. Also, don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you make this recipe or any of my other recipes. And hashtag Let's Get Veggie, because I would love to see what you made. And I would love to hear your feedback and how you liked it and all that good stuff. And yeah, I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye, guys.